Shalom Talmidim, Hatnuot Ha'ivrit, Perek Aleph, the Hebrew Vowels, Lesson 1, an overview. Originally, Hebrew was written without any vowels. Now, this wasn't so strange or impossible as you might think. Let's look at an example of an English sentence written without any vowels and see if you can make any sense of it. How about, you could read many words without much trouble if you, skip the word here, if you something the language well. Now, look at the word that I skipped, KN something W. Is this new or no? Well, let's look at the context of the sentence. The word could, which is in the past tense, or here expresses a hypothetical thought. You could read many words without much trouble. If we have a hypothetical verb up front, we're probably going to have one in the second half of the sentence as well. So that implies if you knew the language well. Over time, however, certain letters began to be used to give hints about the vowel pattern of the word. Specifically, several letters were used to indicate long vowels. So He, or sometimes Aleph, were used at the end of a word to indicate a long A. Vav could indicate O or U, and Yod could indicate E or E. When He, or Aleph, Yod, and Vav are used to indicate vowels, they are called matres lectionis, which is Latin for mothers of reading, because they make the job of reading a lot easier. In modern Hebrew, in fact, most books and newspapers and signs and things on a daily basis are written without special vowel signs, but they are written with these matres lectionis. And for a fluent speaker of the language, these are enough to give a hint as to how the word should be read, and modern Hebrew speakers can read quite rapidly. Now, in ancient times, as these letters began to be used to represent vowels, some writers or scribes used them a lot, while others rarely used them. Starting sometime in the 600s AD, a group of Hebrew scholars called the Masoretes began inventing a system of vowel signs. Now, there were several other systems of vowel signs invented around the same time, one in Babylonia and one elsewhere in Palestine. But the Masorete system ultimately became the one that was used most widely. With the Masoretic system, it's also called the Tiberian system because the Masoretes mostly lived in the city of Tiberias in Galilee. With the Masoretic system, most vowels are indicated with dots or dashes or combinations below the letters. So here are some examples. Ba, be, bi, bu, and ba. You see how we have dots and dashes, or in the leftmost one, a sort of dash with an elongated dot or teardrop underneath it. With long O, the mark is above the letter. Bo or bo. Also, there is one mark with a dot in a vav to indicate a long U. We will learn the specifics of these in future videos. These vowel signs are part of a system of symbols that can be added to a consonantal Hebrew text to make reading clearer. The name for these signs is nikud. In fact, we've already learned two of them. The dagesh lene and the dagesh forte are also part of this system of nikud. In our future videos, we will learn the specific vowel signs